Taylor Swift re-released, sorry, I can't even think because I'm just like one track mind right now. She re-released the 1989 album. Did you listen to it? No, you didn't. Of course you didn't.
One big point that helps me is washing my sheets, my bedding.
Yes.
And then being able to sleep in a clean, fresh ass bed that night just feels so good. And you said, this is word for word.
Oh God.
He is shot cowboy. LOL. What?
Clearly I was in the middle of doing something else. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to That Good Vibe podcast. I'm Megan.
I'm Jordan.
And we are really excited to have you guys back here. We have missed you guys. I know it's only been a week for you guys, but it's been a little more than a week for us.
Yes.
So we definitely miss you guys, and I missed you.
I know, I missed you too. It's so weird when we skip a week and not record, and
yeah.
But this week we're recording twice, and next week we're recording twice. So
I know we got some busy things coming up here. So we hope you guys are all doing well. We are very excited to get into today's episode and topic. But first, how are you? How has your last days? I was gonna say days off, but
okay, well today, because we got like 10 fucking feet of snow, that's not fun. I looked out the window every second, it's just more and more and more and more, and I'm like, really? Like, I love
some of those
snow,
snowflakes were so pretty though, because they were huge.
But it's like, do we need this much snow? Like, it's nice when it's just like a little bit and then it melts away right away, but like this snow is going to be here for a while and I'm just not having it.
No, not necessarily. I think
really?
By next Monday we have a sunny plus 11 degree day.
11?
So it's going to be gross and slushy and yeah.
Shit. That's exciting.
But other than the snow,
things are good. Life is good. I don't know. I don't really have much to update you guys on. What about you?
I'm good. Yeah. I had to take last week off because I was doing a little training for my job, you know, like my big girl job that pays all my bills. So that was really cool and fun. But I'll say it kind of felt like a little vacation from work, even though it was training.
Was it every day, all day?
Yeah, it was Monday to Friday
class?
From 9 to 4:30.
Okay.
Like in a classroom, basically. But it was a lot of like hands-on type training. So it was really cool. But in the end, there's a test that you have to take and you have to get an 80% on the test. So of course, Thursday night, I was in ultimate panic mode about a test.
Yep.
And I passed with a 90%.
Wow. Amazing job.
So I have my certificate. It is Level 2 Therapeutic Crisis Intervention is what it's called.
Wow.
I know.
Very
it sounds
professional.
Very professional, right? Yeah.
Amazing.
Throw me into the youth care work. I'm ready. Not actually.
But you are prepared if need be. But now you have a greater understanding of all the employees you schedule and stuff. So that's awesome.
Exactly. So I really enjoyed that. And I also love just trying to like get in there and learn more about my organization, how things work and function so that I can move my way up the little corporate ladder.
Yeah.
Just a little corporate girly over here.
Good on
Other
ya.
than that, it's been good. I spent the whole weekend doing nothing.
Me too.
It was so good.
Yes.
It was like honestly one of the best weekends I've had because remember all of October since my birthday was just events and friends and events.
Yeah.
So finally to
Halloween.
have a weekend off. Oh, it was so great.
Oh yeah. It was good. It was nice not to do anything, but then I was starting to get like antsy. Like I felt sometimes I feel like I need to be productive but I'm like, what do I do? Like, I don't know. I'm just bored and I have no other ideas of.
I mean, like I still did, like I edited a personal video for my own YouTube channel. So I did that and like I cleaned the house and all that, but it was nice to just not have like somewhere to be. And like a specific time and no one's waiting on me.
Yeah.
I could just do what I wanted.
I love those days. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really, really great. Self-care check-in. What was your self-care?
So I wanted to spend a day without social media,
and
which included like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. And it was great. there was a couple moments where I was like, I wonder what's on Instagram and I wonder what people are posting, and not so much like, I don't know, like friends or like just other people, but like celebrities. Like I wanted to know like the celebrity gossip or like hockey news.
In case you might miss the juice.
Yeah, exactly. Just the juice. That's all I kind of missed. But there was other ways for me to find that, like on a news site, Jordan. Like you don't need to go on social media to like get all that info. But other than that, I felt good about myself, and like I just mentally felt better. Like I wasn't, even though like if I don't know, on Instagram, like you always come across like other girls posting stuff, or like this person got this new car, or like look how cute like this person's baby is, and just like comparing your life to other people's lives. Like
yeah,
I definitely was better off without that, and I felt it. Like I just felt good.
You start to feel very appreciative of the current life that you have.
Totally.
And
yes.
like, yeah, social media is so toxic for that. So what kind of things did you do that day?
This was yesterday. I don't know why. I'm like forgetting everything I did. I did some computer stuff. I know that. Got ready for the podcast today and hung out with Nick a little bit, but like, what did we actually do? Oh, I had a client yesterday. A little bit of odds and ends, and so
yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah.
So you think having a no social media day is something you'll try to keep in a routine a bit?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Like
I need to get back
week.
on that train too.
Yeah.
And the trick is not to be like, okay, no social media. I'm just not going to look at my phone. You have to literally delete the app off your phone.
So, okay, this was my thing, was like, I just hid it from my home screen. So, okay, I know this is bad.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I never actually went into Instagram. I would still get notifications. And that was like one thing where I thought I was like going to have more anxiety with, like not knowing who was messaging me, especially if it was like for my business too. But the ones that messaged me on my personal account, like I just like cleared the notification and I didn't even go into Instagram. So
I'm pretty sure you could change the settings too, that like your personal account don't get any notifications.
Yeah.
And your like that's how my personal Instagram gets no notifications, but the podcast Instagram, I get all of the notifications, which again, I want to change that because it forces me to still be on Instagram. And then I'm scrolling through reels on the podcast Instagram page, and it's just like, okay, girl, no. So my thing is, I've tried to hide the apps not on the home screen, but all I have to do is one extra little swipe over and boom, the app is right there. So I have to legit delete the app off of my phone. I allow myself Pinterest and Snapchat are the only two that I'm allowed to keep because I don't feel it's super social media-y
or as toxic.
Yeah.
That was me yesterday. I was on Pinterest a lot actually, and then Snapchat's more of like a communication forum, so like that's why I kept that. But Pinterest, love Pinterest.
But you realize when you don't have Instagram or TikTok, when you're looking through Pinterest, you're like, okay, now Pinterest is boring, and you can pick up when you're scrolling just to scroll.
You know what I did actually yesterday is I went through my Spotify playlist and I organized those.
Nice.
And then I also have Apple Music, which is a lot of my music is on there anyway. So I basically transferred my music from Spotify to like I only have like a couple playlists on Spotify. So I kind of deleted all those, like cleaned up my Spotify and made it on my Apple Music playlist, and like changed my Apple Music playlist. So I changed the picture, I changed the title. Cute. So like I went through all of that.
Now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
So if you want to look me up, go ahead. We'll put a link in, because like I love all my playlists. I take so much pride in all my playlists, like driving and morning and getting ready and like party time and gym time. Like, so I have like all these different playlists for every type of vibe.
I love that.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, great job. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. My self-care challenge was to focus on working out and moving my body. And I'm happy to say that I have done 4 or 5 workouts in this time. So did my yoga. I went to the gym twice. Then yesterday I went to a kickboxing class with my mom.
That's awesome.
That kicked my ass, you guys. That is no joke. Like, seriously, no joke. Every single muscle in my body is sore. Not as sore as I thought I was going to be. I thought I was not even going to be able to get out of bed. It's sore, but a different kind of sore. I definitely think I'll be going back because I love yoga and yoga for like the stretching and like slowing down and stuff. And then I love the gym for just simply like moving. But I'm like, I need something else. Like I need something that really pushes me to try harder, to build muscle, because these little chicken arms aren't doing nothing.
Was that your idea then to do that class?
I asked my mom because she's done Muay Thai and kickboxing before. And I did a Muay Thai class with her like years ago, and I didn't love it because it just kicked my butt.
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds like
It's
a Mai
similar.
Tai. I'm just
We're just drinking Mai Tais like together,
reminiscing about Mexico and having Mai Tais on the beach.
Patio drinks. Jordan wants a patio drink
every day, all day.
Yeah. So I did that years ago, and I didn't love it. It was too intense for me, but I think I also didn't build my resiliency up. Like whereas recently I've noticed a difference over the last 3 to 4 months of my fitness level. I'm like able to do a little more and push myself a little harder.
Me too. I've noticed that too. Like the past couple times I've gone to the gym, I'm like, okay, this weight seems very light now. Like I can move up in weight, and I'm just like, wow. Cause like a month ago or so, like I was not able to lift that. Like it was so hard.
Yourself.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
The progress.
So I'm definitely gonna go back. I know there's going to be some weeks that I'm like, I don't want to, but this was an actual kickboxing class. It was a lot of like cardio, keep your heart rate up. And then they have another class that is ladies conditioning strength. So they teach you how to build strength. Cool. And I think that's the class that I kind of need more. So between the gym, kickboxing, and yoga, I'm going to be ready to be Iron Lady soon. So I'm very proud of myself for that. I'm going to a yoga class tonight just so I can stretch out my body.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. I know. I've been meaning to go to a class with you, a yoga class.
Yeah.
We got to do that at some point.
It's really fun. Okay, weekly faves, tips, all that stuff. What you got?
What do I got? Okay, so I made a chicken stew the other day in the crock pot.
Chicken stew.
So
Yum.
good. And like low calories, and like I've added carrots and potatoes and peas, and it was like fucking delicious. Like so easy to make, and throw it all in the crock pot. The crock pot is my best friend of all time. I love it so much. So easy. Throw it in the morning. It's ready 6-7 hours later. Ugh, perfect. Mwah.
Yeah, it's
delicious.
Great. You should look into getting those. You can get those like plastic bags that go inside the crock pot, so that you just throw that out and you don't have to actually clean the crock pot.
Do you have that? Is that what you use?
I don't have them.
Oh,
I don't use my crock pot enough.
Oh, yeah.
But I've heard that they're really awesome.
And I just love cooking chicken in there because it just gets so tender and so
juicy.
So I pull the chicken out, and then I like tear it apart kind of thing, like shred it, and then put it back in the crock pot for like another half hour. And it's just like so moist and delicious.
Yum. That sounds super good. Chicken breast or chicken thighs?
Breast. It actually called for thighs, but we just had breasts. So
I love a good chicken thigh.
Yeah, chicken thighs are way better.
Chicken thighs are so good. Chicken breasts, the last 2 times we've done like oven baked chicken breast, and how I do it is I wrap it in parchment paper so that it's all the moisture stays inside. These fucking chicken breasts have been so tough. I don't know if it's like the factory that's raising the chickens and butchering the chickens and like all that shit, but it's like, fuck, they are so tough.
Chicken breasts are hard to cook. That's why I like to just cook them in the crock pot.
Yeah.
So next time, if you get breasts,
just do them right in the crock pot, because like it's been very frustrating.
There's nothing worse than like a dry chicken breast. Ugh.
No, it's gross. Kid, you got anything else?
No, that's it.
That was your thing?
Yeah, that was my fave. I
just realized we're how long into this, and we didn't even acknowledge that there's a new plant in the corner.
Oh my god.
You guys,
it's so sad.
I killed the tree. The tree has died.
Megan's not allowed to take care of plants anymore.
And that's a real plant over there.
And that one's real too?
This one's, but I've had this one for like 4 years.
Okay.
Snake plants are super easy to take care of, and they don't really die. It's, oh no, what's happening here? It's like the tropically type plants. Like that one in the corner. Don't expect it to be here for season 2, guys. Yeah, she's really, really beautiful, and I'm going to do as best as I can to keep her alive. But like,
we're just going to bring one
palm trees are always very hard to take care of, especially here. Like, they're not meant to be in this dry climate. So, anyways, let me pull up my...
I'm going to bring one of my fake ones next time, and then we can, you know, it can be the same size as the other one on that side, you know?
Yeah, fake plants is where it's at, because then, like, that's a fake plant. That's a fake plant.
Yeah.
And then I don't ever have to worry about killing them. Okay, I have a few favorites, like always.
Let's go.
First things first. Taylor Swift re-released. Sorry, I can't even think because I'm just like one track mind right now. She re-released the 1989 album. Did you listen to it? No, you didn't. Of course you didn't.
I didn't know it was out. Has it been out for a while?
For a couple weeks.
Oh.
Well, it came out the Friday after we last recorded. So a week and a half.
Okay. I'll listen to it.
There are four or five, I want to say 4 vault tracks. So every time she re-releases these albums that she's re-recording, there are vault tracks that there's new songs that were originally supposed to come out then, but she actually is launching them now.
Cool.
So I recorded a reaction video to these songs. And the thing with music and Taylor Swift is, like, you listen to it the first time and you're like, wow, that's so good. But it doesn't fully absorb into you until you've listened to it about 100,000 times. Then you're like, oh my God, you're like singing my whole life. Anyways, 2 songs. Now That We Don't Talk. Oh my God, is such a good song.
Okay, noted.
That's a good one. And then the other one is Say Don't Go. Oh, that one made me cry.
Oh no.
Oh, it's just, it's one of those moments that, like, from what I felt in that song was like, you know, when you're in a friendship or a relationship and you like start to have those feelings like deep down that you're like, fuck, it's fading away, it's going, and like, I don't want it to. And you want them to say, don't go. Don't leave me. Don't leave. Stay with me. Let's work through this. So that's kind of what I got from that song, Say Don't Go. So good. So
wow.
I have a reactions video, you guys, on my own personal YouTube channel. So I'm going to link that down below. Go support your girl and watch my little video.
Nice.
Another thing is I made some chocolate chip cookies the other day. And they're so delicious.
Oh my God, I need to try one.
Well, partially because I was kind of bored and I'm like, okay, well, the house is clean. Podcast and YouTube stuff is all caught up. I don't really have anything else to do. I don't want to watch TV all day. So I asked Levi, I said, if I was to bake something, what do you want me to bake? He said cookies. Got it.
Are they just classic chocolate chip?
Just plain Jane chocolate chip cookies.
That's awesome.
Really, really good.
Wow.
And then, so this, okay, let me backtrack. I'm trying to think of how to speak these words. Sorry, you guys. My period.
Oh.
My cycle. All these things with being off birth control. You really just like each week it's like, okay, back to normal, back to what my body naturally wants to do. And it's crazy how like your brain energy and your physical energy connect so much with what part of the cycle that you're in. And I think I've shared this before, that Lively app where it tells me what phase I'm in and like what types of activities to do. Well, holy hell, I've really been trying to focus on the types of activities that I'm doing based on my cycle and like how much mental energy do I need this week? Oh, you have a lot of energy? Okay, let's bang out as much editing and as much stuff as possible this week. Oh, it's your period and you need to chill out. Okay, well, we're just going to do yoga and we're not really going to do... What a life changer.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's actually on my to-do list to figure out and like get in line with knowing when like the stages of my cycle kind of thing.
Yeah, it's super, super cool. And I feel like it's always one of those forever learning type things because each time it changes and stuff. But I just love it.
Wow.
It just feels like that kickboxing class. I was in the peak of my, like, you have so much energy. Let's do this. Obviously, on my period, I'm not fucking going to a kickboxing class.
Yeah.
So it was great.
I think I notice when I'm in like the different stages of the cycle, because I notice in the gym, like if I feel like I can, like I have like enough energy to be able to like lift heavier and like go longer, like then I'm like, okay, like I must be like in whatever phase of my cycle right now.
Luteal, or what's the other one?
I know we talked about it one time.
I know, I can't quite remember what they all are. So anyways, that's really cool. Last thing is a tip. It's a little piece of advice.
Okay. Let's hear it.
This is what I learned when I was in my week of training, because I had a test at the end. The first day I came home and I reviewed our first stuff, but then Tuesday and Wednesday I didn't review at all. So then here I am Thursday, like cramming out, writing all these notes and stuff to try to figure this out because I'm panicking. My tip is, if you are in school, if you're learning something or whatever it is, that day or like after that class, write out your review notes right there and then.
Yeah.
Because then
it's fresh.
When it comes to review time, you don't have to go back and try to remember everything, and you're looking at like the textbook notes or the teacher's notes, and you've already reviewed it for yourself. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like do it while it's fresh in your mind.
That's what I'll be doing when I go back to school, is that day or like the next day, within like a 24 hours of the class, sit down and write your review notes. And carry cue cards around. That was kind of, just carry all the cue cards around.
One thing, when I was in university, one little tip that helped me study for stuff was before bed, because they always said that if the information is fresh in your mind before you go to sleep, and you're not like distracted by like studying and then going on your phone and then watching TV and then you're kind of forgetting a lot of the information. So studying right before bed helps you remember better, because as you're sleeping, it's like fresh in your head, and it just sticks deeper in your brain. So yeah. Okay, let's get into it.
I'm excited for this topic.
So the topic today is a glow up guide, which is basically when you're feeling down and not confident and you kind of need something to spruce up your life, and you want to organize your life a little bit better and have a little bit of better habits and just things to make you feel better.
You want to like boost that confidence in yourself. You know, sometimes we get so down on ourselves that it bleeds into day 3, day 4 of just like, ugh.
Yes, totally.
So sometimes you need like a quick little, okay, tomorrow we're making a big change, and these are the areas that we need to change.
Exactly. So we have a couple different areas in your life that you could spruce things up. The first one we're going to talk about is your space. So this could be like your bedroom, basically the place you live in. Your bedroom, your kitchen, your living room, your workspace, all of that good stuff. One big point that helps me is washing my sheets, my bedding.
Yes.
And then being able to sleep in a clean, fresh ass bed that night just feels so good. And seriously, nothing's better.
You wake up the next day and you're like, I can take on the damn world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I don't have this, but actually my cousin last year was asking for this for Christmas, but she wanted like bedding spray. I don't know if that's like the correct term, but she wanted like chamomile spray.
Yeah, you can get like chamomile, lavender,
like sleep time
when you make your bed in the morning,
or like before you go to
bed.
Yeah. And I was like, that would be perfect too. Or just even like lighting a candle and just like having the room, your space smell nice. Like
make it as cozy as possible.
So cozy. Another thing for your space would just be like to take the time every day, either like in the morning before you go to work or before you go to bed at night, just kind of quickly tidying your space.
Agreed. And something to do if you feel like you're a person that goes, I'll just do it later. I don't have time. When you do have time to actually clean your space, set a timer and see how long it takes you to actually clean the space, whether it's fold the laundry and put the laundry away, load and unload the dishwasher,
or just making your bed.
You will be surprised at how little time it takes to do those tasks. And that will help you in the future when you're like, oh my God, I'm feeling frazzled. I have a paper due. I have to meet my friend for coffee. And then I got to pick up the kids from school. And you're starting to feel really, really frazzled. But say there's like dishes all over the countertop. If you remember that it takes you 3 minutes to clean the countertop from dishes, then do that to help yourself when you come home. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.
Well, because when your space is like kind of tidy and kind of clean and organized, like you just feel better, you can think better, you can think more clearly. It just helps all around.
Yes. Another thing I have for space, which I've recently done, I talked about on the last episode. You guys clearly can't see, but I've rearranged my office in here, and it's like literally a fresh, clean slate. Like a brand new space. And I used to do that as a kid all the time, move my bed around, move all this stuff around. So maybe try that. See if that helps boost your confidence in your bedroom, the living room, wherever. Boost your, I don't know what the word, confidence is not the right word I was looking for. Boost your energy to get shit done.
All right. Next one.
Yep.
Your body.
Love this one.
So the main thing is just learning to love yourself. Learning to love the skin you are in.
Yep.
Everyone has all of these imperfections, impurities. Learn to love what you have because you are so unique.
And just remember that our souls within us get this amazing opportunity to move on and to go find new bodies to live in and experience new experiences. So yes, we're always learning how to love our souls and listen to that. But this physical body, this vessel that we are in for the time that we're on this planet right now, that's it. This is the vehicle we get. And if you're not taking care of it or loving it or respecting what it needs, it's going to come back at you and say, okay, well, you don't love me, so I'm going to get sick.
Yeah.
I'm going to get injured, things like that. Not saying that doesn't happen to good people. I'm just saying that if your body is asking you, hey, we haven't moved in a while, or hey, we're thirsty, or hey, see that apple on the counter? Listen to it and respect it and learn to love what you have.
Wow. Yes. On top of that, I want to say embrace your personal style.
Yes.
We've talked about that before, like in the main character episode where like you are the director, the what's it called? The clothing person on the set. the
costume designer.
The costume designer. Yes. Embrace that. Embrace your style. Like,
and try new styles. Try new haircuts. Yes. Try new hair colors.
Yes.
Try a facial piercing if you want to. Get a tattoo. Like,
one thing I have written down here is find your signature scent.
Yes.
Because a lot of times, like, I don't know, you can buy cheap perfume, like, which is fine, but like just try to figure out what you like and wear that a lot of days. Because like smelling that on yourself and other people smelling that too, it's gonna just like I don't know,
boost a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I think I've talked about it before. So if we're talking about body and like a little glow up guide, so you're feeling a little shitty, right? You've been feeling shitty. The weather's gross. You've been in your sweatpants and the same crew neck sweater for 3 goddamn days, and it has chicken soup all over it because you're just like, whatever. Step 1, let's change those clothes.
Step 1.
Let's get a clean pair of pants and a clean shirt, nice and fresh right from the laundry. Throw those on. Step 2, brush your hair. Like, even a simple just, okay, we're going to brush the hair and then maybe throw it back in a claw clip. Yes, it might not be you're doing your hair, but the simple thing of like getting those knots out, having a fresh new face on or hair. Sorry, guys. I'm like winging all this stuff, trying to think of things to say. And then wash your face. Like a simple washcloth with some warm water. That's it. You don't, no makeup. Just to boost your confidence that day, and then maybe the next day you're putting a full face of makeup on. Yeah.
All right. Habits.
We preach about this every episode.
Getting into a routine, finding what you like, and putting like even a little self-care routine into every day. Plan healthy, fun meals. Maybe go caffeine free for a while, even just for a week. See how it is. See how it feels.
Yeah, I like
'Cause,
that
for
one.
me, I wake up and I have coffee the very first thing. Sometimes I don't even have water. And I'm just like, Jordan, is that good for your body?
I
Not
know.
really. Not great.
Sometimes I'm like sipping on my coffee and I think to myself, have you even had a sip of water this morning? It is already 10:30.
Yeah.
Go drink a giant glass of water. I
Yeah.
will take a huge thing and sit by the water cooler and just chug that.
Yeah.
And then I wait 10-15 minutes and then I get to finish my coffee.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
For sure. We've talked about habits so many times. So
just honestly keep listening. Make the That Good Vibe podcast a weekly habit. That every Thursday morning you are listening into this podcast and you're taking even one tiny little snippet for you to say, hey, I'm going to be a better person today. I'm going to push myself because for the future of myself and my body and my mind and my goals that I have to start today, right now.
Well, yeah, and that's what we're here for. Like we're here to try and help push you guys into being a better you and to help you grow and just to help you realize things about yourself, to be able to face new challenges in the future and to be the most confident person that you know you can be.
Yeah.
Like we just want to uplift all of you guys and make this a weekly routine. Make this a weekly habit
yeah,
in your routine to listen to us, because that's what we're here to do. Fuck.
Brain no worky. Loading.
Okay, next. Mindset. We talk about this all the time. Cultivate self-compassion. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yes.
Like you don't have to be so mean and rude to yourself. Like give yourself some grace.
We know that we are our own biggest critics. We are going to nitpick literally everything that we think, do, say every single day. And we're worried about what other people think all the time. But try to shift that mindset around being your own best friend, being your own partner. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. You are the only person that you spend your entire life with. So make that relationship the best relationship you've ever had.
I love every time you say that. Like it makes me feel so warm and fuzzy. It
just really soaks in that your brain, your heart, your soul, your gut, all these intuitive things messaging us throughout the day all the time. You realize that, wait, all of those things have a relationship together. So I want to make all of their relationships a nice, positive, loving, uplifting, motivating type relationship. You want them all to communicate with each other, leading you to make the best decisions possible for your life. So with mindset, one thing that I love to try to do, especially when I'm really starting to get down on myself, is just find, we've talked about it, one affirmation. To just really try to shake your brain out of that oh, you're so stupid, or oh, these clothes just don't fit you, or why are you so lazy? Why can't you leave your apartment today to go to the gym? You got to find one little tiny spark of, I am a good person and I've pushed myself very, very hard the last week and I deserve rest. Finding an affirmation in those to twist what you're saying in a negative way to a positive sentence. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's what I got on mindset. But let me tell you, it's not fucking easy. Changing your mindset to be a happy, positive person is very hard. And you're going to go through a lot of different ebbs and flows in your life where there are months, even years of you just being like, holy fuck, I'm so happy and grateful for so much things in my life. And then comes the ebb of, why do I feel like life is throwing me up against a brick wall all the time? Why do I feel like I'm pinned up between a rock? And you just have to learn to know that it is the ebbs and flows and we're going to get through it. And right now I just have to be a lot more intentional on working towards a positive mindset.
And just nicer to yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I had on here was watch or listen to inspiring people, on YouTube, or watch some TED Talks. I like to put that in like a routine of mine most days, is like listening to people on YouTube that I can relate to, but also like lift me up and just make me feel comforted, but also give me some more knowledge on like how to take care of myself and just how to change my mindset. And so yeah, just listening to inspiring people is just, it just helps so much.
Yes, it really does.
Okay, the next one, which is so funny that I have this in here because we are just not great advice givers on this in the financial sector. So I just
Step 1, don't listen to the That Good Vibe financial advice.
But however, I do have 2 points here that I try to stick by, and I know are good things, or good, a little bit of,
the intentions are always there. Yes.
You want to make and stick to a budget and not keep changing it like I do, because I will spend money here and then I'll be like, oh, okay, so I didn't spend like the money that I had in my budget for this one, so I'm going to go and like spend more money on myself. Because like I'm always changing the budget around. No, Jordan, no, you cannot do that. If you're not spending like the full amount of that budget, whatever's left over is gonna fucking go on your debt, okay?
Debt, savings, emergency fund,
all of that good stuff. You know, you should be spending more money on.
Yes.
Or money in. So that's one thing is like I've been working on, is just not trying to change my budget every time I look at it. Like fuck. The next one is, if you want to save money like I do, find some cheap fun date ideas. Like me and Nick like to go on walks, sometimes with coffee, but sometimes I'll say, no, Nick, we need to save money, so no coffee. Me and Nick went to Chapters, looked around, kind of sat down and like read a couple chapters of whatever book, and didn't spend money on anything.
I love doing that. I love going to their like stationery section.
Oh yes.
And looking at all their like super expensive notebooks and shit.
They had a bunch of soft ass pajamas and Christmas stuff that was so cool to just check out. I mean, it was kind of sad though, like I didn't have $500 to spend, you know. But
if you had an unlimited bank account, then you'd be like, I'm buying everything here.
Yeah.
Honestly though, Chapters, Indigo, whatever you call it, is super expensive.
It is. I was looking at Atomic Habits. Do you know that book?
That book? Yes, I want to read that.
$40.
It's ridiculous.
What?
So ridiculous.
What?
But with your fancy schmancy little budget that you got, you could budget $30 a month for a date. And say,
I do have that in there actually. Yeah. And I also do have treat thyself.
Treat thyself?
Thyself.
Nice. I like that.
So yeah, I just try to plan ahead and put everything I know that's coming up. Like we're going out for drinks next weekend with one of our girlfriends for her birthday. And so I budgeted that. I kind of just like at the beginning of the month, look ahead on what's going on and try to put every single thing in the budget and not spend any extra or add to it kind of thing.
Yes. Okay, so my glow up guide to the financial department. Try not to stress about it too much. I know we stress about it. I know you probably are sitting there stressing about it. You could spend hours and days just looking at your accounts and looking at a budget and looking at this and looking at that, and like the numbers are not going to change. That what you get is what you get right now. If you need to get a part-time job, you need to cancel your Netflix subscription, do things like that. I think the biggest thing when it comes to trying to glow up in the financial area is looking at all your debts, figuring out a budget, how much can you contribute to debts, and then learning to accept that I'm going to have to say no. And being okay with saying no. This is a huge thing that I think all millennials really, really, really struggle with, is being okay with saying no and kind of letting someone down.
That is something, I'm just going to get a little sentimental right now. That is something that I admire about you. And I have that in the next little thing that we were going to talk about, social.
Well, let's lead right into that.
Okay, let's lead right into that. So what I have here is setting boundaries with your social life, with your family, relationships, even work, and lessen the time with the people that drain you, kind of pick and choose, and say no to those people that, you know, might not give you the best time. But I do have here, Megan's good at saying no and knowing what her body needs, and I envy that, because you're okay with saying no. I'm not gonna go out and drink all night. I'm gonna save some money and only have 1 or 2 drinks. And or on like nights where like maybe Levi's going out with his friends, like you're like, no, I think I'm gonna stay home, like I'm not really feeling like going out. Whereas me, a lot of the time, I have a fear of missing out.
You got the FOMO.
I have
really
the
attached.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'll go, even though I feel like my body's like, no, like I really need to stay home and go to bed early and not drink tonight. So like I just appreciate that.
I really appreciate that you said that. That just like fills my heart.
I think about that all the time. Because you just know your body so well, and you know what it needs and what it doesn't need.
My advice to you while you're trying to figure that out within yourself is know that I wasn't always like that. I used to be a person that was like, yes, 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 I'm going. Absolutely. Yeah. Pushing myself as much as I could. And then it got to a point where I would burn myself out in some form. And I had to learn how to value what I wanted. And I think that saying of you are the only person that you spend the rest of your life with, when I first heard that, just like really struck a chord within me to be okay that if I let someone down by no, I can't go out this weekend, or no, I'm going to leave early and come home, and they're disappointed for those few moments. My true friends and the true people that love me, yeah, they might be like, oh, dang, I really wanted you to stay. But guess what? Tomorrow, they're still going to text me.
Right. Yeah.
They're still going to say, I had such a great time. Like, the relationship is not over. It did not break. It's totally. Everything's going to be fine. And guess what? They're happy. They had a great time. They stayed out. And I'm happy because I came home, washed my face, and went to bed.
Yeah.
And
saved
it's just
money, wasn't hungover the next day. Like, so.
It's just all those little things. Yeah. So give yourself grace as you try to like figure that out within your brain, because I think step one of you acknowledging that and talking about it is deep down your soul saying like, we want you to listen.
For sure.
Stay home. Yeah. It's okay. But your ego right now is in the way being like, no, we need to go have fun.
Yeah.
But you'll get there.
I know I will.
I'm not always like that. Trust me. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm coming out. And I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Just like a couple other points that I have under social is maybe calling a friend instead of texting them.
Yes.
Because sometimes texting kind of sucks. And a lot of times you don't really get exactly what the other person's trying to say. And just calling them is just so much more like heartwarming and personal for sure.
That's one thing I struggle with is like calling people. I don't know why. I call and I'm like, well, what if they're busy? And then they just won't answer their phone, Megan. Or they'll answer and say, hey, can I call you in 15 minutes?
Yeah. Or they'll just say, hey, like, what do you want? I'm doing something, but
I'm busy.
Is it important? Because,
like, it's not a big deal.
No, it's not a big deal. I do like calling people a lot of the times, but I don't. I'm such an in-person person that I like to actually spend physical one-on-one time with a person. But I will send a text here and there of like, hey, thinking of you, or the big Snapchatter. I like to snap my friends of like, this is what's going on, and ooh, I have a question. So you know, it's so funny. Just talking about texting and stuff. I saved this the other day because I sent you a video and I was like watching this cowboy on some podcast.
Oh yeah, and I was like, who is that?
Yeah, you're like, who's that? And so I saved this. I was like, his name's Dale Brisby. He's a hot cowboy. And you said, this is word for word.
Oh God.
He is shot cowboy. LOL. What?
Clearly I was in the middle of doing something else.
So I was just calling you out right now, but I just didn't reply, and I was just like, that's hilarious. It's so funny because I feel like with texting, like a lot of times you just spell shit so wrong that I like literally have to guess at what you're saying. I have no idea what you were trying to say there.
What does it say?
He is
indeed a hot cowboy. That is so funny.
So yeah, it's a lot of times like I'm trying to figure out what you're saying, but I feel like with me texting sometimes like I just don't reply, and I just like I don't know, I just don't reply.
I don't take that personally
okay,
anymore.
Well, that's good.
It's just okay. Yeah, sure. Don't even acknowledge what I just said.
Like,
it's fine.
Like sometimes on Snapchat too, I just open it and I like think for a second like what to say, but maybe back, but then I like get distracted or like
yeah, and then you swipe off and then that's it.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that was really funny.
That's funny.
And yeah, I think that's like really about the glow up guide stuff.
Yeah, the biggest thing to take away here is when you're trying to change your life and when you're trying to glow up and create new boundaries for yourself, you have to accept that it's okay that you hurt someone's feelings for up of 5 seconds.
Totally.
Because their feelings really aren't that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone really does make a big deal about you saying, no, sorry, I can't go to this event tonight, or I need to leave early, we've said it before, you need to check that relationship.
Oh, for sure.
Someone is going to understand. And then another thing with social is being honest with your friends. Hey, I'm going through a little midlife crisis moment. I'm trying to figure out some shit right now. I'm trying to make myself better. So please don't take it personally if I start showing up for myself. Your friends are going to be like, go off, girl. They're going to be your biggest celebrities. Oh, our self-care challenge. So full transparency here. We are recording the next episode in 2 days.
2 days.
So our self-care challenge is going to be a quick, what can we do in 2 days?
Well, okay, one of the things I was thinking about is I need to change is when I have free time and I don't really want to like do the stuff on my to-do list, you know, but I also don't want to watch TV and I don't want to consume my time just scrolling on TikTok. I need to find some little hobbies to do to kind of keep me occupied, and I don't really know what those might be yet. Like, I don't know. I was thinking about maybe starting a puzzle, which like, yeah, like that could be fun. But I don't really know if that's something like I really want to do.
But you won't know until you're in there.
That's true. So,
right? So you have to start the puzzle, and if you find that after 3 days you haven't even looked at the thing, okay, I don't have drive to do that. Let's try something else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I think I need to like look on Pinterest and kind of, I don't know, figure out like what I actually like doing and kind of pick up a new hobby, especially because like it's winter now, like we're all hibernating. I need a little
and you
something.
Can only read a book for so long before you're like, okay.
Well, and that's my thing too, is like I don't want to spend money. So getting a new book is just, and then I finish it in 3 days and I'm like, well, fuck, I'm bored again. Like,
might as well scroll.
Yeah. But yeah, I need to get away from just like reverting to TikTok.
So to clarify, your self-care challenge is going to be to list out some ways that you can occupy your time.
And maybe start one of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll check in 2 days there. Mine is going to be no social media tomorrow. Okay. I want to try your thing because I have actually it's just been a fucking problem. Like, I'm talking to the point when I open my eyes, I'm scrolling. When I get out of bed to go pee, I'm still scrolling.
Yeah.
I am brushing my teeth. I'm scrolling. I'm getting chewy to go out. I'm still like, no.
It was really hard
for
for me to start that because every morning, as soon as like I wake up, I'm looking at my phone, looking at my notifications, going on Instagram, scrolling through Instagram, like the first thing I fucking do. And so it was really hard for me to start that because I would in the morning I would do that and then I would be like, well, fuck, I thought today was going to be my no social media day.
Yeah. I think, again, like giving yourself grace in something, but it's hard because Levi and I like to send reels to each other all day. Yeah. It's like one of our little love languages. Yeah. You and I'll tag each other, or someone will tag something in the podcast, and you want to be on top of that. But like 24 hours,
it can wait.
It can be fine.
Totally.
It can be fine. So that's my challenge.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Do we have some Q&As?
We do.
Lovely.
I have a couple here. So And okay, these I have two, but they're kind of like long to get into them. So just bear with me. So, recently, I have felt sad and lonely from lacking any friendship outside of my boyfriend. I started a new school recently and get okay with some of the other girls in the class, but it hasn't progressed much. Within the past year, 2 friendships I had ended due to falling out. One reached out to apologize to me, but not to rekindle the relationship. I accepted their apology and also did not want to rekindle either. But sometimes I really miss them, even if they weren't the best friend. I think about both of them from time to time and wish it could have been different, and other times I despise the thought of them for what they put me through, especially if I think about them doing better in life while I'm still stuck thinking about them. How do I move on?
Wow. Okay. Love this. My first initial advice is really hone in on the fact that that person apologized for the way that they treated you. I'm assuming you apologized back too in a meaningful way, and that you two just accepted that we apologize, we clear the air, but unfortunately we just can't be friends anymore, and just continue on life knowing the peace that that person gets to live their life in peace, not holding this anger towards me, and so do I. I get to continue on with my life knowing that they're doing their thing over there and I'm doing my thing over here, and all is well in the neighborhood. For that other friend that you haven't, you can either choose, depending obviously what happened, if you maybe want to apologize to help clear the air. Because I think if you maybe clear the air with both of those friends, that can help you move on and move past.
For sure. Yeah.
Obviously depends on what happened. If you don't want to talk to that person, write them a letter and mail it, but don't actually, you know what I mean? Like where you write the letter to the person, but you don't actually tell them. That's talk to your therapist, call your mom.
Yeah.
So that's my first initial advice there. And then when it comes to the girls in your class that you want to try to maybe see if there's some kind of friendship there, obviously you guys are getting along in class, you guys study, all those things like that. Maybe ask them and say, hey, do you want to study at a coffee shop? And then next time just go to the coffee shop with no school attached to it. Or, hey, I've always wanted to check out this museum or art gallery or whatever it is that you're interested in, and invite them to that. But don't give up on inviting them 2 or 3 or even 5 times before you decide, Kate, clearly they don't want to be my friend, because sometimes people just are busy, right? And they've got other groups of friends and they've got their boyfriends and things like that. So invite these girls to come and join your own personal interests, and just constantly remind yourself that all the people in your past, they're living their own life and they're doing what they need to do to be the best versions of themselves. And you need to like let go of that little bit of grudge.
Letting go, I think, is the biggest thing. But I also think it's not a bad thing to reminisce about the good memories that you've had with them,
because that's how you know the relationship was real.
Yeah. And like obviously there was so many fun times, but maybe again, don't forget about those tough times that you've had with them, reminding you why you need to just move on and let go of them and those relationships. But another thing is, like, I wanted to say, with these new friends that you're in school with now, maybe going out, if they have a boyfriend, maybe going on a little double date with them would be fun. And it could be more comforting with you too if you have your boyfriend there. And then, yeah, like as Megan said, I don't know, trying to invite them to different events that are happening, or like a concert or a little coffee date, or even like, getting schoolwork done together. So
yeah, just really broadening to try to get out of the classroom and show interest that you are interested in these girls, and they will reciprocate that back to you.
Yeah.
But keep your chin up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you are an amazing person. Clearly your boyfriend loves you. He loves hanging out with you, and there are girls out there that are going to be obsessed with you and want to hang out with you all the time.
Yeah, it's just going to take a little time.
Just got to take some time.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one?
The next one. This is from a guy.
Ooh, hello, Mr. Man.
So, hi, Hi. I, 32 male, was dating my girlfriend for about 2 years. We were very on and off during that time. I broke up and got back with her twice. It just seemed like neither of us wanted to let the other go. She would do something manipulative and I would eventually come back to her. I was just naive and didn't really understand. This all in hindsight. She's had her battles with mental health and I think that has made her a little bit manipulative. During our third try, which lasted nearly 8 months, I ended up breaking up with her again. I wasn't particularly warm this time. I just thought I had to be somewhat distant because any indication would mean that I do not want to break up and she would just try to make me feel guilty. The week I broke up with her, an anonymous email was sent out to both places of my employment. I saw the email. I know, fucked.
Oh my God.
I saw the email and confronted her over the phone and she denied. And she even said she still loves me. I was let go a month later and forced to resign the other job.
What was in this email? Oh my God.
I know. Isn't that crazy? These weren't some of the These weren't some run-of-the-mill jobs.
Okay.
One of them was a forever job. I have secured an offer with a new company, but my anger just consumes me. I just need advice on letting this go.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, if you feel that you need to get police authorities involved, I'm not suggesting that that is something to do, but there are these lovely little things called restraining orders.
Mm-hmm.
And if you feel that she is threatening your life, she's threatening your career, which is your life, basically.
Especially,
like, that's a
she's
huge
like
red
continuing to just mess with your life. Like, that is not okay.
I don't think this is something you need to bring to your new boss's attention because I just don't feel, I don't know. It's really, really tough. Honestly, this poor girl, she probably deep down has a beautiful heart, but girl, you are psycho. I'm just being
Plain
honest.
and simple.
Sorry. I'm really, really sorry that happened.
Yeah.
Step one is I really hope you have her blocked everywhere. Her cell phone number, her TikTok, her Instagram, her Snapchat, anyone that would potentially be friends with her that could link to you, you need to have that shit blocked.
For
so
sure.
that she cannot find you in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, like I said, I feel if you're feeling extra threatened with this new career and this new job that you're about to embark on, you maybe need to get the authorities involved here, because you would hate to not be able to work in the field that you're working because of her creating fake allegations against you.
I'm also sure you felt so angry that you wanted to do something back to her. And let me just tell you that karma's going to get her.
Oh, yes.
You do not have to do anything that's kind of steeping down to her level. And karma's a thing. Karma's going to happen. Do not worry. Karma will get her in some way, shape, or form. Like, she's going to pay for what she did to you. And just keep that in mind. You might not see it. You might not hear about it, but it's going to happen.
Yes.
It's just how the universe works.
It's just how it all works.
Yeah.
And I think with you dating her on and off for so long, you obviously know about her mental health and like why it came to be and all that stuff. So I think the best thing of action to go here is block her, keep your distance, like don't talk to her, but just continuously send love. Like, I know that's so fucking hard to do, especially when someone fucks you super hard and just ruins your life, kind of. But all you can do is just send love to that person and know that I'm doing the best that I can in my life. And all I'm going to do is send love and hope that you can change your life.
Yeah. And hope she just grows to be a little bit of a better person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
That's really
awful. Really shitty.
But I'm glad you have a new job and you're succeeding with that. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll send you good vibes over here.
Sending love.
Yeah. Is that all of our questions?
I think, that's it.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
2 situation questions?
I know, that was awesome.
That was amazing.
Keep
you guys
sending those in.
These are so juicy. I feel like, have you ever seen the podcast, The Vile Files? With Nick Vile? That's what I feel like. I feel like
Does he do questions like these, like advice
people
questions?
call in.
Oh, shit.
They actually call and tell their
I've only
scenarios.
seen little snippets of his podcast, so.
I love his podcast. It's so good.
Wow.
He actually, sorry guys, total side note, but he was a special guest at the Call Her Daddy Toronto tour.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
With his fiance Natalie.
Oh.
And she's pregnant.
Is she? Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's probably like almost halfway there.
Wow.
Yeah, they're having a little boy.
Cute.
Exciting. So anyways, thank you guys for catching this episode. We love you guys so very much.
Yeah, this was so fun.
Like, subscribe, comment, share, all the things. And we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.